So I had a dream last night that I was going to Walmart to pick up a cake for my oldest son's birthday. And I had already pre-ordered it, so we were just going to pick up the cake from the bakery. And my son, the son who the birthday cake was for, was in tow. And so we go to the bakery, we pick up the cake, it looks great. And as we're walking through the deli, I noticed this broccoli and chicken meal that looked really good. It looked so good that I couldn't pass it up. So we put that in the cart too. So we've just got the cake and the broccoli and chicken entree, and we're going to the checkout. Well, when we get to the checkout, there was a cashier who was standing out in front of her, aisle, sort of standing there waiting for somebody to walk up to her. And from afar, I noticed, I know this person, or I recognize her. She is a YouTuber that I absolutely adore named Megan Fox. Shout out to Megan Fox. But she's standing there, and so at first I didn't want to embarrass myself because obviously she doesn't know who I am, but I know a lot about her. So we went to get in her line, and she said, "I'll take you." So so I put the cake and the entree on the conveyor belt, and I'm waiting for that right moment to tell her, "Oh my gosh, I love your channel. I love watching your videos." But I was just kind of embarrassed to say it, and I was sort of thinking about it. But then I realized I should probably start writing my check because I was going to be paying with check, and I remember how my mom would always have everything pre-written except the amount just to save time. So I go to get my checkbook out, and it is a checkbook I've never used before, but it had just recently come in the mail. And so I write the information in, but I notice the check is like a hunting scene. And I thought, this is going to be funny because she's going to think I'm an avid hunter, which I'm not. So it's going to be kind of odd, but do I explain I didn't pick out the checks? I don't really care that much, but it's not really accurate description of me, but whatever. So it's like this scene of a hunter with some dogs and some deer in the background. Anyway, so I write in my information, hand her the check. And she stares at it for a second, and she realizes that my printed name is nowhere on the check. She hands it back to me and says, "We can't accept this." And I was so embarrassed. And so I said, "Oh, okay, well, they also sent me a second checkbook, so let me dig for that." So in my bag, there's a second checkbook that I had gotten in the mail. Now there's a line forming behind me now, and I hear the man behind me start getting impatient. So I quickly get that check out, I write up the information on this one, and I notice on this check, there's what looks like the preamble to the Constitution, and then also a little icon of the stone tablets that look like the Ten Commandments. And I thought, this is an odd check, but yet again, I didn't pick these out, but okay, this one might be a little more descriptive of me, but so anyway, but I do notice that my printed name is on there. So when I hand it to her, I think, oh my gosh, now she's going to recognize my printed name as somebody who watches her videos. I still don't know if that's true, but in my dream I thought that. So she stares at the check for a really long time. And then she said she has to go ask her manager about it, but she was so polite and nice, as I'm sure she is in real life. So she goes to talk to the manager about it. She comes back and she explains that they can't accept this check either because there's no bank information on it. How did I not notice there was no bank information on it? I'm so embarrassed. So at that point, I've just totally forgotten about telling her that I know who she is through her videos because I'm so embarrassed at this point, so I'm not going to bring it up. But at the same time, my son is starting to get disruptive with the shopping cart. So he's starting to do like this with the shopping cart, and the cake is sliding around, and I notice the broccoli and chicken getting all mixed up, and it looks like it's about to spill out. And so I just take a deep breath and I tell her, I said, "I'm so sorry. I'm going to pay with credit card, but I'm gonna step out of line and get this situation with my kid under control and let these nice people behind me go, and I'll come back to your line in just a second. And so I step aside and, have to talk with my son. And she was so sweet, and she said, "You're a really good mom." And I said, "Thank you." And then I woke up.